The art of creative transitions. Elevating your videos with seamless magic. In the vast world of video production, creative transitions are the unsung heroes that can make or break the flow of a video. These are the bridges between scenes, the subtle, or sometimes dramatic, shifts that guide the viewer's eye and emotions from one shot to the next. A well-executed transition can transform a mundane sequence into a cinematic experience, adding depth, emotion, and a sense of continuity to your story. But what exactly goes into crafting these visual connectors? How can a transition become more than just a way to move from one scene to another, and instead become a key storytelling tool? The role of transitions in storytelling. At its core, a transition is a way to link two shots together, but in the hands of a skilled video editor, it becomes much more. Transitions are the glue that holds the narrative together, guiding the audience through the story in a way that feels natural and engaging. When done right, they are almost invisible, seamlessly connecting one moment to the next. But when done creatively, they can stand out, drawing attention to a shift in tone, location, or time, and adding an extra layer of meaning to the story. Consider the classic cut. It's the simplest and most common type of transition, where one shot immediately follows another. On the surface, it seems straightforward, but within that cut lies a world of possibilities. A cut can convey a jump in time, a change in perspective, or a shift in emotion. It can surprise, shock, or subtly suggest a connection between two seemingly unrelated shots. The power of the cut lies in its simplicity and its ability to convey complex ideas in an instant. Now imagine taking that concept further. What if the transition itself could add to the narrative? This is where creative transitions come into play. These are the moments that go beyond the basic cut, using movement, color, shape, and timing to enhance the story. They can be as simple as a well-timed dissolve, or as complex as a custom animation that transforms one scene into another. The key is to use these transitions not just as a technical necessity, but as a deliberate storytelling choice. The evolution of creative transitions. Creative transitions have come a long way since the early days of cinema. In the beginning, filmmakers relied on simple cuts and fades to move between scenes. But as technology advanced, so did the possibilities for more intricate transitions. The introduction of editing software opened up a new world of creativity, allowing editors to experiment with different effects and techniques. One of the earliest examples of a creative transition is the dissolve, where one shot gradually fades into another. This technique was popular in early Hollywood films, often used to indicate a passage of time or a shift in location. The dissolve is still widely used today, but it has evolved into a more sophisticated tool, often combined with other effects to create a seamless transition between scenes. Another classic transition is the wipe, where one shot is replaced by another through a sliding motion, often in the shape of a line or a shape. This technique became popular in the 1930s and 1940s, especially in action films and serials, where it was used to create a sense of movement and excitement. Today, the wipe is often seen as a bit of a retro effect, but when used creatively, it can still add a dynamic element to a video. As editing technology continued to evolve, so did the possibilities for more complex transitions. The introduction of digital editing software in the 1990s revolutionized the industry, allowing editors to create custom transitions using a variety of effects and animations. This opened up a new world of creativity, with editors experimenting with different techniques to create unique and visually stunning transitions. The art of subtlety in transitions. While creative transitions can add a lot to a video, it's important to remember that less is often more. A well-placed cut or dissolve can be just as effective as a more elaborate transition, and in many cases, it's the subtle transitions that have the most impact. One of the keys to using transitions effectively is to make sure they serve the story. A transition should never be used just for the sake of it. It should have a purpose, whether it's to convey a change in time or location, to highlight a particular moment, or to create a specific mood. The best transitions are the ones that feel natural and unforced, guiding the viewer through the story without drawing attention to themselves. This doesn't mean that all transitions need to be invisible, though. Sometimes a more obvious transition can add to the story, especially if it's used to emphasize a particular moment or to create a sense of style.